How do we learn to be better practitioners in that interviewing, in that questioning, kind of area? How do we learn to listen? What are some tips for listening?
Wow, man, you're throwing some tough ones at me today.
That's my specialty.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can tell what we tell our students, right? Eye contact, eye level, all those kind of things. But I think there's more to it, though. When it comes to chronic pain, which is the area that we tend to specialize a lot in,
Yeah.
there has to be truly um, I want to get to know the patient, the empathy, compassion. I know this is a really hard thing to wrap my mind around today, because all of us say, well, I care. I don't know if we do. If I'm listening to your story today and I'm thinking, a lot of the stuff we're talking about today, I didn't even know existed in my first 5 years of orthopedic practice. If a patient came into me and said, my pain's worse because I'm being punished by some deity, I would have said, you're full of crap, get out of here. I got another patient at 2:00. Because that's where I was. And so, Brent, what I'm trying to say is we're all on a journey in our professional lives. Luckily, as you get older, you get more experience and things come to you. But here's what I have experienced is those people, therapists that really get to know pain and how pain works. And I want to go that way, that truly start seeing how complex a human's pain experience is. They are more intent to listening to the point of the tell me more, I want to know more. There's a real interest in wanting to know. In the orthopedic model, it was more of the, and this is such a terrible statement, I know you guys are recording, but shut up, lay down, face in the hole, I'm going to crack your back. And there's a place for that. But I think as we get to know more about human pain experiences, there is almost this innate wanting to know more part. Also, when you see more complex patients, things just don't make sense. And, how does this work? I don't know. But we're becoming more aware of the things we don't know. So we ask more of those. Here's the interesting thing. Let me get away from this topic because I think it's way more complicated. We have shown that outcomes, we did some studies on this, it was really cool, really has nothing to do with time. I think this is important because every person listening today is thinking, oh, I know where Adriaan's going to go. You got to spend more time with your patient. And the answer is no. We have no data to prove it. We did a study where patients came in, we measured a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to say stuff. That is fear, catastrophization, movement, whatever. We mentioned a bunch of stuff. We then sat and interviewed them to tell me a story. And basically, we just, at the therapist time, how long they sat with them, then they measured the same stuff. And then they measured some physical, so did a physical exam and then measured. And we showed that people are 25% better on their outcomes before we even start treatment. And it had nothing to do with time. So what I tell students often is be there, be present at the moment. Corey Zimney showed us some data to show that you build trust in less than 1 second. Trust is almost an instantaneous thing, but it's about being there, being present, wanting to know this person. And I'm going to very shamefully today say, when I was an orthopedic manual therapist, I don't think I wanted to know people. It was just a joint, a muscle that I had to do something to get him out, get him better, get him next. And it's no disrespect to my instructors. They were amazing. There's people you mentioned.
That's how we were trained.
That's how we were trained. And that's okay. But as you work your way through, the more I've learned more about pain, so maybe that's the answer I should give you today. How has it happened to me? The more I learn about the neuroscience of pain and how complex pain is, the less likely I am to cut people short or to interrupt them or to explain over them. It's because I don't know yet, because it's like, holy crap, that's interesting. I've never heard that. I need to go learn more. I've just become so vulnerable clinically that the patient's the expert in their pain. So tell me your story. What brings you here? This is a very tough question you're asking me today.
I think you're answering. I think the key word is being present. One of the things we talk a lot about in Pilates and yoga and Tai Chi and Feldenkrais is being present, right? It's being mindful. It's understanding that there's something important happening right now. Like right now, I'm only interested in sharing information with you and learning from you, and I'm present. I'm writing notes down, But the other way, and I see this all the time. Like I catch students that are, they're in my class and they're on their cell phone doing things, and I know they can't be present and be on the cell phone at the same time, or they're present in their cell phone, not present with me. It's very hard to be both. But I think that is a great question. One of the dilemmas we present to students sometimes is, you have to document. So you got your computer there documenting what you're doing, but the documentation is taking away from the contact you're talking about of eye contact, same level, body language, being present, listening, appearing to listen, and building that trust relationship.